Today I'm checking out this electric fryer. Let's take this thing out of the box and see what it comes with. Alright, so this is pretty much what it looks like when you take it out of the box. It's pretty much all put together. Now, one of the things this is big about is it's real easy to take apart and clean. So let me just show you real quick what it means by it's easy to take apart. There's only one thing we have to put together, and that is the handle on the fryer basket. So this is the lid. I mean, it comes on and off super easy. It just goes around the element like that, comes off. So this is really simple. This is the frying basket. It's got the manual. Manual was in plastic. I took all the plastic and stuff off. But on the inside of this, it's real simple too. You've got this bottom protector tray that goes over the eyes. I mean, this comes right off, right? I mean, it comes apart super easy to clean. The inner tray comes out. It's got min and max on the tray to let you know, how much should go in here. And then it's got the housing. I mean, it's real simple to break down and put back together. This is the heating element with your control panels, everything on there. Got your plug, of course, back here. Putting this grate back in on the bottom. Again, that's just to protect it from sitting right on the eyes. The way they say to put this basket together is, so this is the handle. And you're supposed to come into this basket, squeeze these little ends on it to go inside these little loops. So I'm going to squeeze it and I'm going to twist it. So now, if you can see, it's inside these little loops here, kind of like a little hinged handle. Then you're supposed to spread this apart and slip it over the back end of the metal. Now this is a little bit harder to do, but you want to do it right because you don't want to mess up, have the handle come off, or burn yourself. I mean, this is a pretty critical thing to make sure you don't burn yourself. But if you put a little pressure on it, I had to turn it a little bit away from me so I could push it. But now, as you can see, I've got the outside of these little metal arms here on the outside of this little loop. And then I've got the other ends of this tucked down into these two little loops down here. So you want to make sure you got the basket put together properly, so that way when you're using it, it's nice and sturdy and you can flip it, you can move stuff around. You're dealing with a fryer here. You don't want to hurt yourself because all of this is a really high temperature thing, and you don't want to get even a drop of grease on you because you could burn yourself. So that is how it is recommended to be put together. So please make sure you do that. Again, everything's supposed to be super simple. It's got this little hook on the back where you can hook it there and, let it drain. You could hook it even higher, let it drain, get it out of the grease. And when you have this frying basket in the grease, it still lets you put the lid on. So you can slide the lid on. And then as you can see here, the handle of the basket still comes out of this lid. You can let it fry, do whatever it needs to do. When it's time to take it off, you just take it off. It does have like a plastic little knob handle here to keep you from getting burned. And then of course, all the big details are here in the manual. So you're going to want to flip through the manual, make sure you read it, understand all the different settings. I think we're ready to go. Let's find some stuff to fry. So before I get this party started and get the oil put in there and heat it up, I wanted to show you a couple things. So one, it fits fine on one of these little side shelves on a grill like this. It's just a standard Weber grill. It's got two temperature gauges. I really like that. So there's a temperature gauge there and a temperature gauge there, and they both feed up into the system. That way it gives you a more accurate reading of the temperature of the oil. And, the gauge here, the little button here, has the actual temperatures on it. So unlike something with propane or anything like that, where you're always having to figure out, hey, what temperature is the oil? This is going to be set directly to the temperature of the oil. It has a power light because I have it plugged in right now. I do have it off. That's why the heat light's not on. So when you want to heat it, you set it to the temperature and then you turn it on. But as soon as you plug it in, it's going to show you that it has power. So I like all of these little features. It's got, you can't be too safe around popping grease and things like that. So hot oil, things like that. You want to know all of these little features and safety items. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start getting this put together and get the oil put in. And we're going to cook up some French fries. All right, so this is actually 3 quarts of vegetable oil in this container. Let's see how far 3 quarts gets us. All right, we're a little bit above minimum. All right, so now that the oil is in there and it's all plugged in already, ready to go, I'm gonna go ahead and set the temperature to 350 degrees, which is what the French fries that we have said to cook at. There is a little guide here if you don't have any reference to temperatures. And once you've got your heat setting, you need to turn it on. So now I turned it on, and now if you can see, there is a red LED light here on the heat, and it's going to start heating up this oil. And once that temperature gets close, that heat light should turn off, and we'll know that's ready to go and it's hot as can be. Now, with that said, I'm not going to pour these French fries in there at its, hottest temperature. I'm going to wait till it gets probably close to about half that temperature. Then I'm going to pour the fries in because they are going to be wet. They were previously frozen, and you don't want that splattering up. So always take caution when you're messing with hot grease. So in the basket right now, this is a 2-pound bag of crinkle cut fries. So as you can see, the basket holds perfectly a 2-pound bag of French fries. It can hold, probably 2 pounds of whatever else you want to put in there. But these are the perfect cooking sizes. You could probably put some more in there, but I wouldn't want to stuff it. For me, I'm going to be buying the 2-pound bags, and I'm going to go ahead and set it in slowly. It's not all the way up to temperature, but it's definitely getting close. So I'm going to let this start heating up and get hot. I'm going to put the top on it to reduce any splatter. All right, and as you can see, just within maybe a minute after putting the lid on, I already started hearing it popping inside. So these are going to fry for a little while. It's still going to get hotter because I didn't drop them in when it was completely heated all the way up, because I don't like the splatter and getting burned when you put them in. But let the grease get pretty hot, almost to the right temperature. Get your fries in, and then it will quickly start getting to the right temperature and frying those up. All right, in about 5 minutes, you have some lightly golden brown fries. So I'm going to go ahead and take these up and hang them on the hanger here. It's got these little bars in here that let you hang it out of the grease. So that way you can let them, 1, cool down, and 2, let the grease kind of drip back down into the main container. That way you don't have real greasy French fries. So I'm going to let this sit for a couple minutes, then I'm going to put them on the table. Well, they love the fries so much, they now want me to make mini egg rolls in here. So I'm fixing to dump these down. And the egg rolls are frying up. All right, now the mini egg rolls are draining. Once they drain, we're going to put in some dumplings. All right, and now some dumplings. Fixing to go down. Let's see. All right, well, that's it for today. I'm going to be draining these for a little bit to let the grease drain down. The kids have already started tearing up those egg rolls, and these look like they're going to be just as good. Well, I hope this video was helpful. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all take care.